All right, so WD-40 I've looked at in the past. What's it doing? It's down 16%, pays a 1.5% dividend. What I didn't like in the past was the lack of growth, but look at this, it's growing. That looks pretty good. 9%. That looks pretty decent. And market cap 3 billion, revenue 600 million. PE is a little high. Analysts think it's discounted by close to 30%. They are growing at 9%. That's a very good growth rate. And I assume you know what WD-40 does, right? They do a variety of products, but WD-40, the actual product, is the oil that we use on a lot of products for lubricant. So free cash flow is 76 million and gross margins at 53%. Looks good. So if I multiply this guy times 15, I'm going to get to about 1 billion, 1.1 billion. And that's well below the valuation. This is what has kept me away from this. And I haven't looked at this in a long time, but I remember I didn't like this stock. I didn't buy it when I looked at it years ago. Now, they don't produce cash. It might be that they have their own factories, right, or production lines where they create these products. And we look at operating cash flow, it's not very high. So $80 million. So, but before that it was 92, 98. And CapEx isn't too bad, but they just don't produce a lot of cash. Okay. So cash isn't going to get us to the stock price. The company's valued at 3 billion. I think cash would get us to about 1 billion, assuming they don't have too much debt. Now, if you look at earnings per share, analysts are very optimistic around earnings. Well, there's two analysts, so not a lot of analysts, just two analysts. But they do have a positive opinion on the company. And a few analysts cover the stock well enough to provide a forecast. The earnings per share is going to grow by like 12%, 11%. Looks pretty good. And the company is going to keep growing at 7 and 9%. So this is a stock that, I don't like it because of the cash, and the market hasn't really liked it a whole lot. It's done okay over 5 years, but not really. If you consider the last 2 years have been phenomenal. So this one's a complete pass for me. WD-40 this is an older business, not very exciting, not producing a lot of cash. That's the big deal breaker for me. All right, so that's WD-40. Well.